hammered. We're hanging in there, but morale's a little low right now.
No, you cannot go east. You can go anywhere else, not east.
Just seems like every 2 inches we gain, we gotta go 1 inch backwards to stay above this current.
This trip has been a marathon.
We started out behind the current. You don't want to do that.
Our journey began in Florida. Together we sailed to the Dominican Republic, where against all odds we accomplished our first major refit. Then, we faced our fears and crossed the Mona Passage. Now, our biggest challenge yet. 500 miles against the wind and current. We'll have to fight for every mile to cross the Caribbean Sea and reach Grenada.
The winds have really picked up.
Good girl. Coming about?
I'm hoping you can hear the sound of the wind coming through the rigging. Whew. This is pretty intense, guys. Into the night.
Well, that was certainly a sporty night of sailing. Of the 3 so far, that was definitely the craziest. Mainly, we got the equatorial current taking over, so that's moving west. So not only are we fighting the east wind, but we're fighting a current as well. And as it got dark, we weren't able to hold our 160 heading or even 170 because I took a couple big waves over the bow and into the cockpit and just flooded the cockpit. You know, my feet were just in a bunch of water. It took a while to drain them out, and I took a couple of those over and I realized I had to fall off to 180, like dead south at least, and sometimes even more when the big waves came, and had to hit them just perfect or they'd break over and you just get soaked, and it wasn't good. Taking on water. Ooh. All right, so it's going on 6 a.m. now. Michael and Lola did amazing, and as soon as it's a little bit brighter, we're gonna have to do another tack just to try to get closer to Guadeloupe and the Windward Islands. Hopefully they'll cut the swell down and maybe give us, who knows, but we definitely wanted to try to do a tack. We have to in order to make it now. Whoa. Let's go. Good job, babe.
Stay! Hey!
Stay, Lola.
Get down there!
See what my heading is, and then we'll get these sails set. You getting your rest?
Yeah, I fell asleep.
We're getting hammered. Just can't get east enough. So Holly on the inReach told us that today from noon to 2, the wind should shift a little more southeast. So we're really hoping that happens. We're gonna do another tack. We weren't able to make, when we did a northeast tack, we were basically going north and very slowly with the current and the swell and everything. I don't know, it just wasn't working. So we filled up diesel, or you know, we have about 7 gallons extra. I think we maybe had 2 in there, so maybe 10 gallons of diesel. So we're topped up and we're prepared to motor sail east on our next tack. If we're not able to make any ground east, we're gonna just turn the motor on. Hopefully old girl Stark, she's been off for a few days, jarring around. We noticed that the oil, it looked like it was leaking, but it was full. So now we think our diesel is leaking into the oil because it appears that the oil is full. It's a little bit diluted. It's It's not really milky or frothy, so I don't think it's water. Oh, heads up. So that's the deal. We're hanging in there, but morale's a little low right now. We're just getting defeated with not being able to make a heading. We just are getting pushed away from the island just for the last 3 days, just pushing us away. We do everything we can. So it's all right though. We're gonna get in now. Well, we're free as birds out here. You know, that's always a dream. Everybody wants to be free as a bird, you know? Be a free bird, flying like a bird. I wanna fly away. Yeah, we see all the birds out here. We're just like them. We're all struggling to survive, beaten into the wind, out here in the ocean, flying around, looking for food. Just struggling to survive. Actually, the birds don't seem to be struggling. I mean, I just don't know what their end game is way out here. They're just flying around, they'll just land in the water. Like, how are they getting their fresh water out here? They've got to be out here forever. I mean, where are they going? I don't even think they can get back to the islands from here. Maybe flying is a little easier to tack. I don't know. If you're a pilot, let us know. If birds are able to tack into the wind better. Maybe they go just straight into it, lashing.
You shall not pass.
That's what I feel like the ocean is saying to us right now.
You shall not pass. But we want to go east, but you can't go east. But that's where we want to go. No, you cannot go east. You can go anywhere else, not east. But we want to go east. Good luck.
Also, what about those birds, man? They are salty, literally. They're floating on there, diving their heads down there, catching fish, just flying around. Looks like they're having a good old time out here. Amazing.
They're coming, golden, I'll follow them, golden, golden rings.
And that, my friends, is the sound of Volvo Penta saving the day. Woo! Gosh, we just couldn't seem to make much headway going on this northeast track, so we finally decided to turn on the engine and, oh, I'm loving. We got at least an extra knot out of it. Feeling good, feeling a little bit more hopeful. We've been out here for 3 days and we're like, just seems like every 2 inches we gain, we gotta go 1 inch backwards to stay above this current. It's madness. We almost forgot about our secret weapon. Old Volvo. Having trouble with the head sail though, she keeps lumping. All right, wish us luck. We're gonna get in though.
High fives for miles in spring. Rainbow trout and hummingbird.
How amazing is this girl? 10? 1 out of 10? She's definitely a 10. Are you as impressed as I am? This is insane. There are things that you have not even seen on camera. This trip has been a marathon. I'm so lucky to be with Michael. She is just amazing. Just look at her. She's handling it. Whatever comes at us, she's ready.
I'm not always ready.
You're ready. Even when she falls over, hits her head, hits her hip, she's gonna have a few bruises after this trip. She goes down below. She's been smacked around a few times, but she's hanging in there, giving us a prayer.
Whoa, whoa, living on a prayer. Take my hand and make it, I swear. Whoa, whoa.
Living on a prayer.
how much you can hear right now with the engine running, but it's time to eat. Joel finally ate something. He's been on a liquid diet this whole time, 3 days. Just doing protein shakes and oranges. I think that counts as liquid. Okay, 1 or 2 pieces of beef jerky, not totally liquid, but he's literally ate next to nothing. And I haven't ate much more than he has, but I've had some more solid food, and today we're feeling good enough. The appetite is back. He had a tuna wrap, and I'm about to have a bagel, egg, cream cheese, Sammy. And hopefully I won't get sick down here next to the engine and the stove. It's been quite a spirited ride this evening. Joel just took over and I'm gonna get about an hour of shut-eye before we close out this night. That beautiful sunrise means that we are closing in on the end of day 4. 4 days at sea. That's the longest time I've ever been out here. I don't know about you. What's the longest time you've ever been at sea? It's getting better. The longer that we're out here, the more rested I feel, the more in a routine things are becoming. It also really helps that we were able to do a lot of miles, like east and south last night. We were holding 150 degrees almost all night, getting closer to the islands, getting ahead of the current, I guess that's how you say it. We started out behind the current. You don't want to do that. So we've been clawing our way back ever since. Looks like we're finally going to be able to sail, maybe, on one line, south, all the way into Carriacou. Cross your fingers. My guess is we've got at least one more night out here. Hopefully that's it. I'm really ready to be in and done. Take a freshwater shower. Maybe even a hot shower. But it's beautiful out here, isn't it? Waking up to sunrises like that are pretty special.
After days of fighting, we're still west of our intended course. But as the course that we're on now intersects before Grenada, we have hope. Subscribe and join us next week for the turning point in this adventure.
Yeah!
And join us on Patreon if you'd like to be even more involved in our journey.
That was a big swell.
Big full sun. You got all that looming over yonder. Glad we didn't get hit by that. But this is what's coming at us.
These are the tales of BOAB.
Boats on the boat.